Coming live from the top of the mountain on a Sunday. Fun day, fun day. It's fun day, isn't it? Oh, I was totally chilling in the dark and in the quiet, and then they were like, speak. What's up, everybody? All you new people, what's up? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and messenger of God. On a Sunday fun day, I am a priestess, so naturally I'm called to work on a Sunday fun day. I don't do church until usually after 11, so don't worry about all that. But there's always things to be taught from the world. God is always trying to teach something. I was having, how do I explain this? A projection vision of meeting our President Trump, right? And there's this conversation I'd like to work with you. And then in my head, it's like, God doesn't approve of what you do. And then the Spirit came in and spoke. Oh, okay, let's see. God forgives. How does that sound? Do you know God to be forgiving? Forgive them, for they know not what they do. How many times does he tell you to forgive? 77 times 7 and 7 more. How many is that? Who knows? I gave up, dude. I gave up trying to count because I know he's keeping a fucking score. To say that God disapproves of your life, that's not true. He allows your life to go exactly the direction. He opens the doors, and then he closes them. God who giveth, God who taketh, Indian giver, is what we say. And this goes back to a conversation I was having with Mr. Plum one day. He's like, he was talking about somebody that's led off of their path, that loses their path. We just think they've strayed away because they're not on the right way. But they're not outside of God. He's taken them that way. In the sense of, did he do this to you? No, he allowed these things to happen. You are a co-creator and he creates with you. But there is a moment of stop where he'll stop it all and we restart. And you have to learn again. Okay? A great example is how many times I've come back to Colorado and haven't got this right yet. And then I run away. And then I gotta come back. It's happened many moons. And that's your karmic relationships. How come you can't fall in love? You're not ready. You're still learning. Forgive yourself because you don't know what the fuck is going on right now. We're in these lessons of life that that we co-create with him. So you're like, well, I didn't ask for cancer. You may not have, but you asked to change. You asked to have an impact. And anybody that has cancer or has, diagnosed health like that, it has an impact. Not just the person, but the people around them. It changes their lives. You signed up to have an impact on life. You signed up to have a life experience. And each life is filled with so many different types of experiences. I'm seeing that movie, Bees, what is it, The Bees World, or Bees Life? Jerry Seinfeld played in it, and he's sitting there, it's his first day of work, and all these jobs are popping up. It's like, well, I don't know if I want to do that for the rest of my life, though. Get a good job before you lose it. All the good jobs I don't know about any of this, right? So you're sitting there, you're like, well, what kind of life? It's just kind of a roll of the dice. What kind of things do you want to experience? I want to have children in this life, okay? Then that means you're going to learn, the trials and tribulations of what children bring. I want to understand loss in this life. I never really understood loss. Well, you're going to lose a lot of things. You sign up to have these experiences. You want your book to be told. You want to tell, when you get back from life, you want to be like, this is the life I had. And you want everyone, they're going to watch you have this life that you sign up for. So in essence, you're going out for all the brownie badges. I made jokes of this in the very beginning, and they're showing me. I was like, when we were signing up for karmic, when we were in the mothership and all, me and my soul tribe were signing up for all of this. All right, I'm going to take this sin of man. I'm going to take this sin of man. Cinnamon. I'm going to take this sin of man. I'm going to take this sin of man. And I was like, and then here comes Kanye and fucking decides he wants to lay his dick on the table and take all kinds of shit. Like, all right, go on with your bad self, Kanye. You know what I mean? It's like, I can do this in this life. Okay. God will give you strength to get through it. We sign our little crowns and we're on our way to life. And these are the lives we had. And we're like, oh, fuck. The fuck did I sign up for? In the essence, I said something earlier about that. I heard someone early this morning. It's like, I could save you from your situation. Hey, that sounds so sexy, Captain Save-A-Ho. Are you going to come in on a fucking knight in shining armor like I always dreamed? You're going to save me from God? Because if you take me out of this, he's going to just put me back in it again until I figure out what he wants me to learn about this situation, which I've already learned. And that's why I don't have a problem with the situation. It's when you don't know what's going on that makes you chaotic and unsure. You give up the need to know what's going on and you just ride and you figure out what's going on through the ride. It's like watching your own movie, dude, in your own life. But that's what I heard. It's like, I could save you from this. Yeah, I bet you could. A lot of people could. But do I need saving? Am I a victim of my own situation? Or did I take an adventure that looks like victimhood to you? Did God take me somewhere that many people live, and he wants me to show people how to get out of it, how to do it, how to believe in it, how to, stop judging it, how to stop having misconceptions about people, right? That's what I do. There's many people that have been fucking sexually abused as adults or children or whatever. I show you how to have a different heart and vision about that. There's many people that have been in domestic violence. I show you how to have a different heart about that. There's many people that have terrible parents. I show you how to have a different heart about that. I had to go through those things to be a voice for those people. I can't just be on the outside like fucking Dr. Phil all the time saying, no, just say no. Just don't do it. Just stop. Shut up. I have to show you. You know what I mean? I'm a walking testimony to the way it is, the way it can be if you choose to. That was another thing. They just reminded me. I got into a big argument and somebody's... No, I didn't. I really didn't. But the Holy Spirit went into somebody's post. They were all talking about they were chosen ones. I was all, prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. And I hit like 40 people with prove it. Prove you're chosen. Prove you're chosen to do this work. Because God loves all the same. There's nothing that you can do that's going to make him love you more or less. All of you are his chosen children. Do you choose to walk with him as the fucking chosen douche? And then that's again, is he chose me. Who chose you? You chose this. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. My doggy's getting cold. It is a little nippy outside. Hold on 1 second. Come on, you. Yeah. 1 second. 1 second. Coming in. Hey, give her some water, please. And somebody could jump in the front if you'd like. They're all sprawled out. Anyway, so, that was, the whole thing was like, no, I ain't fucking with you, Trump. God don't like what you be doing. I was like, God lets you do what you do. He's like, no, but God chose you to be our leader. That's what you don't get. It's like he chose you to play a role because you signed up to play this role. Doesn't mean we play together. It just means that I respect the role that you play in this lifetime. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. And it's like, I'm disapproving of the role that you play, but I have no say in your life. The only say I have is that you're part of my life or not. That's the only real saying I have. And I don't have that saying. God just be putting people in my fucking life. But ultimately, that's it, is like, that's what the whole shindig is, circling back around to the teaching right now, is you haven't lost your way. You're not out of the way. You're not going the wrong way. You're not strayed away. You're right where God is with you. Where do you go next? Who knows? You're never supposed to know. These people that plan out their lives, I heard planet, are just that. They're planets on a circle and a trajectory. They're, you know what I mean? Like, in the sense of, people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. If you're going towards something, you want to have an idea of, what it looks like, and you want to kind of manifest it, you want to put some pieces together. But in the sense of, you don't want to just create nonsense outside of your mind just to keep yourself busy. Like, what am I going to do next year? Dude, that's like months from now. What are you going to do tomorrow? Shouldn't even be on your mind. Like, what are you doing today? In the sense of, why are they planning their future? Because they're afraid of progress, time, and space. I have to have things in order. I have to know what I'm doing. I have to have some sense of control, right? So you plan out your day, you plan out your week, you plan out your month. Planets. I just keep hearing planets. But in the sense of, if you're in full control, then how is the devil or God doing all of this? When you're the one that's walking and making all of the plans. If anything, he's opening all the doors for all possibilities for what you've planned. The question is where were your intentions when you were planning all of this goofiness? Hey. Those are inside out. I've done that before. You might want to fix those. Jump in the front seat and do it. There's more room. You ever, go outside and realize your shirt's inside out? You're like, oh, shit. This shit is totally inside out. That's funny. This girl showed up at work one time. I saw it. It was for real. She looked down and she had 2 different shoes on. They were the same brand, just 2 different shoes. We were like, okay, that's going to feel funny as you're working. I mean, whatever. We all are human. I was in a hurry. I didn't see what was happening. I just had made it happen. And here I am. But no, going back to it is, the people that disapprove, it's people that disapprove. You know what I mean? And who are they to tell you how to live their life? They're planning their own lives. They're planning your lives. They're planning their children's lives. They're planning, they're in all control. Where's God in their life? In essence, you're supposed to walk in faith, blind faith. And in essence, you're supposed to be led. So if you're just, the driving force of this whole situation, which we call your life, then, why are you placing blame on anyone outside of you if you're in full control? And if you really are, then why aren't things going your way? Because there's a limitation to how far you can push your energy in a direction before you hit the wall. There's limits put around us for our own protection and for other people's protection. It's like, yeah, you can want this with all your heart and you can work, forever. But no, dogs can't have chocolate. You know what I mean? No, that's not going to happen. I know you like it, but you can't have it. I know, but no. But no, not this life. Not this one. No, the universe, not this one. And then you'll be told no, and you'll try to go around the other way. And you'll go another way, and you'll go another way until, hopefully, one day you give up trying to pursue that's no longer serving you. But ultimately, the point of this story is he's with you no matter where you are in your journey in life. And you don't have to know where you are because it doesn't matter where you are or where you've came from. The adventure is where you're going. You have much life to live. If you stay on the same boring-ass trajectory, and that's what I, really rang the ringer about my twin flames, is you have so much life to live. It's time to live a new life. It's time to wake up. It's time to experience life instead of playing life. And that's it. You're playing life of what, you have the game of life of what you thought you were supposed to do when you got here. According to your parents, your religion, your communities, and your friends. I'm supposed to have an Instagram. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to talk like this. I'm supposed to dress like this. So you do all these things that you were supposed to do, but yet you're sitting there empty. You know what I mean? Still seeking something outside of yourself to fulfill yourself, doing everything that everybody else tells you you're supposed to do. This is the right way. This is the way you're supposed to live life. Dictatorship is kind of that's where that's where it all circles back to that guy. Where does it have to do with that guy? Somebody's coming over here. Oh, they're going to go clean up the porta potties. Anyways, I'm always here when they do that. That's so cool. Why is that cool? Because they're clean after. I mean, they're usually always clean. Your sweater's on my side. It's right there. You see it? Okay. I have everything so organized. I mean, seriously. I'll make a video, probably in the next couple days. I gotta do laundry anyways. Show you how I do my little car thing. Anyways, going back to it, it's like, no, he doesn't disapprove. He's teaching you lessons. You know what I mean? And when you get to the part where he doesn't want you to go any further, he stops it. But it doesn't mean he breaks you out of the lesson. You're still there. You're still going to repeat that lesson. And, you know, that's karmic patterns. I realized something last night. Something hit me last night real hard. Actually, a bunch of them. I had sent out quite a few apologies. You know, you finally just kind of see things. And, that's when it is when you see it. And you learn the lesson. And that's it. It's like, oh, I need to apologize. I just learned a lesson. Yeah. So wherever you are is where you're supposed to be. But at the same time, maybe try to head in a different direction. He's trying to guide you. You're to be guided, not, you know what I mean? Unknowingly into the unknown. With trust and faith and hope and belief. And that's where all the magic does happen, when he takes control. Take the wheel, Jesus, or is what they say all the time. And then you sit still, as hard as it is. You sit still and you let God. You let go and you let God. And you start watching things unfold. He starts showing you what to do with your life, what to do with your day, what to do about your problems. Do you know what I mean? But that's when you let go. Is it. And, damn, my hair is looking really pretty today. I'm not looking at it. I just looked down and it looks all pretty. That's just all I got for you right this moment. I'm going to pull out all the cards. We'll have a Sunday fun day reading. But I was sitting here. It's like, it doesn't matter how I feel about what's going on in your life, because God's going on in your life. All I got to do is step back. And that's what I said in my post earlier, is like, you know, somebody wants to come and save me. Oh, you're going to save me from God? He's trying to make me a powerhouse. He's just making me, in order to make me all powerful, he has to show that I've surrendered and I have no power. That he's all powerful. And that's where that's what everybody really wants to see. It's not me. They see God. You know what I mean? And that's what it means to be the messenger. And that's why you don't see my face. And, my stories are just about what God does in my life. You see what God is doing. And you see that it's my life. That's where I try to attach it. But it's like, I ain't doing shit. As I say all the time. It's so funny. They're like, you're so powerful. I'm like, I'm powerless to this bullshit. I don't do shit. I'm the most ain't doing shit bitch ever. And that was the first post. It's like, what do you do early? Nothing. Nothing. I look at YouTube and I'll be like, I consider, like, I want to listen to that, but then I think about what it's going to feel like when I put it on my ears, and I'm like, no, I don't want to listen to that. I'll look at stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to look at this. So I just stare, and then I start hearing the universe and start seeing everything else. When you stop putting stuff in you, you start receiving other stuff, right? And that's what I mean, is like, when you just let go of, that's what those cards said. The last reading I said is your identity. You let go of who you are and just let God be, fill you up. It's a whole different thing. I heard, fill me up, buttercup baby, just to let me know. He's a hot air balloon, dude, for real. He just fills us up with shit and then sucks it all out, and it's like, anyway. Wherever you're at, you're there. God's with you, dude. That's the whole point. It's like, you're learning lessons, bro. That's what it is. You look at people, you're like, why won't God answer my prayers and save these people? What the fuck are you talking about? God put them there. He's trying to teach them to save themselves and to show others. They're going to learn in this life or the next. I assure you. You try to save someone from their own demise, but is it really their demise? You know what I mean? Like, God put me right here. Why? I told you why. So he could show the world. You know what I mean? And now he's shown them, and he's going to get me the fuck out of here. When I say it? No, when he says. It's not terrible. You just think it's terrible. And that's what I said. Are you scared for me? Are you ashamed of me? Am I less of? Because I'm in a car and not a house. You know what I mean? Like, what does any of this have to do with me? Why does the outside world that I live in make such a huge effect on you? Doesn't it? All that matters is how I feel about you. Don't you see that I just trust God and he just does this type of shit? I mean, I know I'm saying that you have to let him do this type of shit, but can't you just see that it's just God? And that I serve a real living God, and that I'm safe, and I'm loved, and I'm protected, and I'm extremely needed, and I am everything I say I am, and I'm just here fucking around with this stupid human experience, letting him fucking write this book and tell everybody about it. And that's all it is. But I'd like to, like, you know, hang out with you while all this douche shit happens. I'd like a partner in this bullshit. Like, did you see what God just did to me? It's usually what I do with my twins anyways. Did you see that? Did you see what God's doing to me? Some bullshit. As I said, too, my dream is, I just want to put your head on my... Okay, dude, for sure. You know he was only like 16 when he wrote that song. It's kind of weird. I feel weird. Anyway. 16? Yeah, for real. When we didn't limit the youth and told them they were too young to do great things. Anyway, sorry, came from the Holy Spirit above. Going back to, that's what I said, is like, I just want to put my head on your shoulder and cry about all this bullshit. Don't say anything, because you can't fix it. Just let me hear your heart and hear that there's a soul inside of there going through some bullshit too. Tell me what he's done to you. Sounds all creepy, right? What did he do to you? What did God do to you? Fucking God. God. That's it. We don't have to suffer together. We can rise. Together we rise, right? Lewis, get a rise out of this. There's another one. Oh gosh, there's a perfect example. Sir Lewis Hamilton, royalty. I was like, Lewis, your dog has a more elegant life than I ever have. It's like, you can't be seen with this ghetto white broad from America. It's only gotten worse, hasn't it, Lewis? I still refuse to wear your designer clothes. I don't care. None of my family would fit in any of your fucking fast cars. Your one-seater. You and your dog. I love you, Lewis. Louie. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's like, your guys' outside world makes all these problems. There ain't no problem. God's outside of me. He's doing all this stuff, and it's just stuff. What do I gotta do today? I gotta do what I gotta do, is teach you about God. That's great. Tomorrow, I'm gonna learn how God works and tell you how God works again. Guess what I'm doing on Tuesday? Telling you how God works and watching him work. Guess what I'm doing on Wednesday? Shut up. It's the same shit, bro. In the sense of, it's never ending adventure, because when he's working, it works. I don't know. What are you doing today? And then you got shit to do tomorrow, and you got all this shit. Why don't you let God do all the shit? And that goes back to it. Let go and let God take care of some shit. In the sense of, if you sit back, he's going to tell you what to let go of. You're going to panic and scream and be like, I can't let go of my telling. Right? And then you let go of it, and you feel a lot more peaceful. And then you chill for a week, and then he's going to tell you to let go of some more shit. You're like, I can't do it. Why? Please don't make me do that. And then you feel better, and you're like, damn, I feel better about my life. I feel so free. And you just keep doing this shit until you pretty much, hopefully, are not living out of your car. This is Trading Day shit. You don't understand. Why? Because I always said I was going to live on the road. Careful what you wish for. It's just part of it. It's like, you see it one way, but you have to go all the way through it to make it happen. Like, if you see that you're going to be an NFL football player, you see that when you're barefoot running through the dirt with your ball and nobody playing with you. You know what I mean? You got to take all those steps to become that person, and it's going to take a lot of steps. And this is how we do it. That's weird. This is how we do it. In the sense of, it will align for my future and what I had manifested for my future. But at the same time, that's what I said in my post, is it puts me in a greater spotlight now. It's just showing, it's like a rose can grow in the concrete, is what Pac just showed me. A rose can grow in the concrete. Welcome to the jungle is what I heard. Okay, so turn down the music. Turn down the music. They're singing a lot. Yeah, guys, you could be going one direction today. Oh, remember One Direction? Yeah, they all broke up. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I hear these dad jokes. You can go one direction today. Tomorrow you go another direction. That's it. You're going to change and change and change. You don't need to have control on where things are going. You just let it go. And go with the flow. You don't have to be in control. You don't have to be in the driver's. You don't have to answer all the questions. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to provide all the fucking, you know what I mean? All the booty. That was a pirate reference. Oh, I'm sorry. I laugh. I don't know whatever's coming out of my mouth. Oh, God. I'm trying to come back from that. Hold on. All I see is President Trump right now. I'm dead. Alright. These people are not evil. They plan to be these people, and they've got these people in their ears telling them to be these people. And, you know, oh, man. You're showing me Russ. He wasn't a bad guy. But you get enough people telling you to do enough bad stuff, you know, rooting you to do some bad stuff, you start doing some bad shit. You get caught up with the wrong crowds and shit. It's like, this is what I am. This is what you know what I mean? This is, and I'm saying Achilles. It's like, why have you come here? I just want what all men want. I just want it more. And that's it, is they just want it more. They want more success, more power, more control, more fame, more fortune. They want to be the biggest and the baddest in all time and in all history. You know what I mean? And by doing so, they have to, you know, devour everyone in their path. If you go back to Hitler, you guys, the guy himself was nothing more than a leader. He had a vision of making his country great again. Saddam Hussein had a vision of making his country great again. Osama bin Laden had a vision of making his country great again. He got together with some ancestors and some new people, and these are the stories that they came up with that was going to work. No, if you build a wall and you kick all these people out and you hike up this and you do this and this and this, the shit's going to work. You think? Yeah, we ran the numbers. It's a yes. And nobody's like, hold on a second, that doesn't sound so good. God disapproves of that. But wait, God said we could do this. It's in our constitutional rights. All right. I don't know. I don't, okay. Stand back. God's letting them work. And that's really what it is. You're like, the devil has come over. No. God unleashed some kind of fury upon us, and we're supposed to learn not to be that guy. And watch out for those people. There's been many of yous. And that's it. It's just an experience. Oh, it's our turn to experience this time in life. Oh, let's learn from those that came before us. Let's get this right so we don't end up like them, like a scary movie 4, 5, 6, and 7. I see Dewey. He's all, that was my ass. Let's not be those guys. Let's not go running into trouble. Seriously. And that's it. We're just on patterns. We're on loops of time. in history, and it's our turn to put on the skin and try to win. It's like finally somebody passed the fucking controller to us, and now here we are trying to be these people, and we can't walk away. We're stuck in this game till end day. Because this is the end game. We're stuck here for the end days. We're like, what the fuck? And everyone in the back is, you can do it! You're gonna be great! There's my star child. Oh my god. These aren't the same times as you guys had. It's okay. It's 2024 and more. No, the iRobots are here. Oh my god. Remember the movies. Remember the training. I mean, seriously. Yeah. Welcome to life. Stand back. Okay, everybody is having their own experience, and God is living it up through their experiences. He is in full control. He shall stop them. He shall, if you get into their experience, then you're subject to, their creations and their, their dominations and divinations, bro. Stand back from the humans and their experience, because they will put this experience on you. You don't need to experience their experience, right? And that's where I come in. I teach you to have a better experience. Breaking you out of the matrix. Hey, did you know that God loves you? Did you know our Savior, Jesus Christ? Such a Bible beating bitch. I don't pull out the Bible, because that shit is scary as fuck. They be beating the shit out of us with that. It's all fear. They're like, the Redeemer. You mean what? I gotta carry my own cross? Yeah, bro. They're gonna hang you on it weekly and every weekend. You ever took your clothes off and hung naked for the world to see? Get ready. They're gonna know your sins. How do they know? Because you come out and you confess from your mouth. Just like that. You start telling your stories. You confess your sins and the sins that have been casted upon you. You start carrying your cross and you tell. You're a tell-all. You're a testimony to the life experience. I hated it. I was like, why do you keep humiliating me? He's all, bitch, be humble. Oh, shit. Seriously, though. Because really, my stories are so humiliating, right? But then you tell your story and like, your story was so empowering. It saved my life. You helped me overcome what had happened in my life. Then you realize, oh, fuck. I thought this was special. We all got this story. You are not alone. Oh, I feel very alone hanging here on the cross, but I'm glad that my blood can save you. It's not my blood. It's the blood of Christ. He's got me bleeding next to you. We're blood brothers. We're covered in the blood of Christ. He's our brother from another mother. Do you like guacamole? Such an asshole. You know it's a power food, right? I got the power. Anyways, going back to it. Sorry, I started channeling shit. I'm a whole fucking weird channel. That's why I gotta keep my freaking channels closed. You never know what'll come in and out. Then I got this cool witch laugh. You like that? And that's cool too. Okay. Yeah, stand back, let people have their experience, stop telling them how to experience their life, start experiencing your life, and start realizing you're in control of your, well, you can understand that it's you to blame, in the sense of you've had control, or you've led these moments up to now, and you can keep controlling it and trying to force it in that direction, or you can lose control, relinquish control, and, let go and let God take care of some shit. You don't really have to know God to just trust the universe. You just have to have trust. He doesn't have a face. Everybody always asks me, what does God look like? He's not a face, dude. He's the fucking sun. I always say that every time. I love you, God. I look straight at the sun. I love you, God. He's the fucking light. He's a light. That's it. He's the same light that comes off of the moon. He's just off the stars. It's everything. You don't have to know him to know that he's there. I teach you that he's there, and I teach you how you can sense him through everywhere, and how everything is here too. But it's not, you don't have to know God to get to know God. You just have to believe that there is something. That's it. That's all he says. That's what, the whole Christian act is proclaim from your mouth that you believe in the living God. Do you believe? And that's it. Eventually you'll stand up and say, hey, you could have that daddy Yankee moment where you sacrifice, you retire your career to go pursue this life with God. You make that stand in front of everyone. You proclaim publicly that you believe in God. You ask Him for forgiveness of your sins. You make a vow to walk according to His rules, which was the basic 10 commandments, bro. Seriously, you guys totally polluted that shit real bad. And ultimately, what is it? It's one rule. Do unto others as you shall have done unto yourself. And that's it. You can't love people if you don't love yourself. If you don't treat yourself with kindness, you don't treat other people with kindness. If you start fucking yelling at people, then you still have something healed that you think it's okay for people to yell at you. You wouldn't yell at yourself. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So ultimately, that's all He asks. Do unto others as you would do unto yourself. And you'll see that in every fucking religion you ever find. That's all He asks, is treat His people with kindness, with compassion. Take your shirt off your back, you know what I mean? Always have a giving heart. Always, you know what I mean? Take care of the little guys. And that's it. That's all He asks. And let Him do the rest. Let Him take care of their lives. Let Him provide for you. Let Him lead you out of the darkness. And that's what He did with, the children of Israel. That's what He did with, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He always led. If you're willing to follow, I will follow you. But you want to be in control, and you want to lead. You want to lead your life, and you want others to, to see you as a leader, and you want to lead them. But where are you leading them? Into what? Straight into what? Materialism, chasing a never-ending journey of consumption, meaning, a never-ending pit of upgrading to the newest and the coolest, trying to be, you know what I mean, up to date. What day are we in? That's what I'm saying. The 90s were some shit, bro. The 90s, we were a very different generation from the 90s. Very different. The 80s people were very different. The 70s people, you know what I mean? Like, what? Why do I want to be like you when I come from a different time? I want to respect the time that I had and the time that I bring to you. And that's fashion. That's all that shit. It's all recycled. It's like, they call it vintage. I'm vintage. That's what my daughter's vintage. Very. Let me tell you, I was there before we wore clothing. Yes, before you knew what nudity was. When nudity was new to you. I was there in that garden. That was me. Just going back to it, having a lot of fun. God loves you. You're where you want to be, but He wants to take you somewhere else. That's the truth. And He's not going to let you go too far with any bullshit. But He'll let you circle around the block a couple times. And I've shown you that many times. He'll let me get all dressed up and all partied out to go knock on the door and the lights is off. Why? Because I said I wanted to do that in my life. Okay, you did it. Now let's go. Oh, come on. I wanted it to be better than that. I know. That's my whole sex life. That was a below the belt joke. Bible belt joke. Hey, God loves you. I'm going to pull the cards later. Who knows what's going to come out of that junky junk? What's in your junk? What's in your pocket? What's in God's pocket? Love, bro. Love. All He's got is love, dude. And, He's going to keep forgiving you. And for those of you that are like, God has forsaken me or my children or our country or our people, or fuck, He hasn't. They're not yours. Hold up. They're His children, not yours. That country is His country. His country, 'tis of thee. All of this is His glory and our misery. That's just how that works, bro. Don't say that. Stop saying that He's not there, that He's left them, that He doesn't care about somebody. He cares about everybody. And everybody is having an experience. And no, He doesn't cry because He's seen these experiences play out for the good of all. That's it. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, Pac, why'd you die? so that he could change the world, bro. He was already changing the world, but when he was gone, that's when it really happened, and he'll live forever. He'll live forever. He could have came out with a shitty-ass album in his 50s, and then it wouldn't have been, fuck Pac. Just kidding. I'm fucking around. I'm talking shit. He wouldn't have. Again, he would have done much more with his life. He would have been a huge advocate, and you know what I mean? And that's Kobe, too. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess he played basketball. That's what you guys say. He did much more than that. He does much more than that in the freaking spiritual world. He lives on in the hearts. He is much more than that. Michael Jackson, that is love. That is a definition of love in a human being. A voice of love that God sent to us. I don't know what you're talking about. No, these are avenging angels that were set here that we saw in the flesh, bro. Who cares what they did while they were here? Who knows who their mothers were or their children? None of them. These were walking, you know what I mean, ascending masters that showed us how to take a hard life and a hard knocks life and turn it into greatness for the betterment of all, to inspire everyone else to be great. DMX, you know what I mean? No, who cares what their, I don't even know what DMX's name was, bro. I don't even know their names. It doesn't even matter because they had many names. They were gods among gods. That's it. You can read their stories. They'll tell their stories forever. What made them great was not the Guinness Book of World Records, how many albums they sold, how many hoops they fucking jumped. It was the transformation of their lives and the lives that they transformed after the fact. And that's what I mean. My life story is transformative to everyone around as it's transforming my life. I'm a big bad bitch that had 2 cars and fucking crazy career and any man and matching everything, and we did whatever the fuck we want. We're just living a different life. This is Job right here, showing that God can, you can sacrifice in the name of God, and He will restore everything times 10. Did it happen right away? How many fucking pages of that book you had to read, bro? Or you never read the story? They're just pages. They're words. They're moments in time and space. I don't know how long your story goes for, but I got 57. I'm almost done. Almost done with this little bit of 57. But I've got 56 more years of this. Okay? And every day is a journey and an adventure to me getting better and stronger and testifying just like those that came before me with their words and their, you know what I mean? Those that came before me restating to all of that. You know what I mean? Spreading all of that again. That's long been forgotten, and you guys, are no longer listening to because nobody else is speaking those words. They're speaking out of their egos. They're speaking out of their pains. They're speaking out of their suffering. They're speaking out of, you know what I mean? Their asses is what I heard. So, stop worrying about the world outside of you and worry about the world inside of you and how you can enjoy that world before this world is gone. You know what I mean? Why are we worried about asteroids coming to, destroy our planet? Are we not the most important race in all of the races that ever existed? Are we not God's human race? Does He not care for each and every face? Why are we worried about shit like that? Why do we believe that a being that God made outside of us is here to harm us, His chosen ones? When we were made after these beings and they understand the importance of us as human beings, our vulnerability, our powerlessness, you know what I mean, to Him and His rule. Do you fault them for coming and trying to help us, trying to give us some technology, trying to make us smarter, trying to protect us, you know what I mean, trying to give us a leg up, you know what I mean, in that instance and shit like that? It's like, why do you fear such things? You fear countries and people and places and things, as if God is not there in that country with that place and those people providing those things. We're just having a human experience. Choose to experience more and stop judging, judge less. Live more, judge less. That's all I got to say about that. It started out with, God doesn't approve. Yeah, He totally approves, but He's not going to let you get away with too much. He put you in this place. You know what I mean? He put you in this place so that you could learn a lesson and be a lesson. Each and every single one of us. And once we learn our lesson, we'll go to another place. And that's all that means. And I'm seeing, like drug addicts and stuff. It's like, why are they like this? You act like God doesn't care about them. Like he's not answering your prayers. Like, you know what I mean? They're not important to God because they lived, the life of a drug dealer or a drug user. I did. I was both. God was there. He protected me. He made sure I was okay as I was doing those things. My family that were drug addicts before me made sure that I was safe there. But it was in the skin I wore. I was going to be in drugs. It was in the skin from my mother and my father and who knows how much further. They couldn't have been the only ones. Do you know what I mean? And it's just that, alcoholism. As I'm sitting there passed out drunk. My family's sitting there watching over me because they knew that was them. I am them. You know what I mean? It's like you're not alone in these places, in these dark, as I'm living in my car, you think I'm alone? There's a whole army around me in my car and my children as we sleep. You know what I mean? Everywhere we go, we're guided to a special place where nobody is, and we're protected, and we're safe, and we're set apart. And we have what we need. They're completely, that's not true. We're not unloved. Why are we not with our family? Because our family is protecting us from the same people that took them down. It's being part of that family that kept them okay with these things, and that's what it means to break generational curses. If I'm with my family on Thanksgiving, guess what they're doing? Drinking. Hardcore. Till someone passes out. And somebody's on drugs. And most of us are smoking weed. Why? Because it was all in the family. And it still is. I just removed myself and those parts of me. But it's still there. Do you know what I mean? What drink would I have? Honestly, my mom made the best drinks ever. They were called butter babies. And you didn't even realize they had alcohol until you were fucked up and the world was spinning around you. It was Bailey's cream and butterscotch schnapps. They were delicious. Right? Or you put some brandy in your eggnog. There's these drinks that you have, these social drinks. Me, I was just a drunk. I'll have a Long Island, please. I want all of it at once. Give it to me. Throw a shot of tequila on top of that. I really want the world to spin. I turn the music up real high. You think that was in my family at some other point? I hope to God that's not my daughter. Today's her birthday. Oh, man. But that's all you can do. That reminded me of Amelia. We were coming right down 470. We're coming back from doing a ritual up at Black Hawk, and we're listening to R. Kelly, and he's all, after the party, it's the hotel party, then we're in the lobby, and after the lobby, it's the after party, and then the party, and she's like, dang, that's a lot of partying. I started laughing so hard, I had to turn the music down. I made a whole video about it. It's like, yeah, you went out with one ticket to one party, and next thing you know, you were partied out for like 3 months. Fucking Miami Beach and shit all fucked off. Was that you? That was me. That was my mother. That was my aunt. That was tons of us. We're just repeating history until we break it. And that's it. It's like, you're okay. Wherever they are, they're okay. They're not alone. And it's not that God doesn't hear you, and that's not that they've turned away from God and, they're being punished. You know what I mean? If anything, we're being punished worrying about them. That's the worst thing, worrying about your children and worrying about people. Worrying is such a terrible feeling. It's like, oh, I wish I could stop worrying. You have to. You have to let him worry about that shit. You have to know that he cares more than you do. He cares more than you do, and you caring is, not helping. It's not helping the situation if all it's bringing is negative energy to you. You're not giving a good energy. Like, God's going to get them. God's teaching them. You're not speaking life. You're speaking, oh my God, please help them. God, please. I don't know if they're ever going to. And why? You're seeing them suffer, and you're asking God why they're suffering, but you do realize that they're making themselves suffer. And then you ask yourself, when are they going to stop suffering? When they learn their lesson. What's their lesson? I've had enough. And that's it. That's everybody's lesson. Why are we all suffering? Till we've had enough. You're going to love it until you don't love it no more. You might still love it, but you're going to walk away. That's it. I loved, you know what I mean? Going out and having a couple drinks. I still love the idea, but I don't love it anymore. I don't do it anymore. Like, the very thought of it, I'm like, I know what it feels like to throw up right after. That's what I feel. The very second I think about drinking, I think about spinning and throwing up, because that's always what happened next. I think about what comes next. I'm like, oh no. No. Oh no. No. It's a no. It's a no. I still love the idea. I'll turn up the music. But no. It's a no. It's an automatic no, dude. I don't like what that does to my body. I end up spinning and throwing up. They're like, no, just try one. Nope. It only took 2 last time. I don't think I even could take 1 this time. Nope. And a no. It's a no. I still have love for it. Like, damn. I used to make... Dude, Sex on the Beaches, I made my own. All those drinks. I was a drinker. Why? Because I was raised a drinker. I was around drinkers. It was okay to drink in our stuff. You know what I mean? Are you a drinker? I don't know. Some people can drink and have social fun, and it doesn't seem to be, you know, a family curse, and it doesn't seem to destroy you where you're drinking in your shower. You people. That's the extreme, I think, is when people take, you know, they take their beers. Have you seen them? Or the people that vape in their shower. You guys are weird. That's an addiction gone too far where you can't step away. That's a bottle. That's a pacifier. That's too much. Much. They have hotlines for that stuff. And in the sense of, you know, it's just it. It's like, okay, I'm the generation that says no more. I'm the one that doesn't fall. I'm the one that did fall. I'm the one that says I don't want to fall anymore. You know what I mean? In a sense, my whole family is made up of them. So, you know, me being the black sheep only means that I walked away from the black shit. Meaning, like, I walked into the light, and that's what made me the black sheep. Everybody else is still sinning to win, bro. Sinning to win. Lying, cheating, fucking stealing, conniving, judging. Gotta find my cigarettes. Hold on a second. I'm on a live. Hold on. What? Do you know where the deodorant is? All of our bathroom stuff is always up here. Anyways, so, you know, like, it's not like they're bad people. They're just doing what the skin tells them to do that they wore. And, you know, if they don't overcome this skin, they'll have to turn around and put on some new skin and learn those lessons again. And that's what that means. So, I'm going to let you guys go on that one. I mean, that's the whole point, is there's no place outside of God. I'm seeing Scary Larry. He tried to say, you know, when a man is raping a child, that's evil and God's not there. No, God is there. Because I was that child, and look at me here. God was there. He very much was. You think that God didn't see what you were doing, Scary Larry. But God saw you, and then he showed me. Fuckhead. I wish I didn't see that. Fucking guy. But at the same time, it's like, what do? Do you seek vengeance? Do you seek justice? Do you seek wrath on people, on God's people? Okay, now you just became that guy from, you know, the movie 7. No. You trust God, that he will make all things new again. You trust that all of this was meant to be, that this wasn't an accident. There are no accidents. And to those of you that have lost someone, I apologize to sound insensitive, but their life contract was not any longer than what it was. And the only reason you're upset is because of your loss. You had plans and dreams and hopes for their lives that you didn't see play out, and you feel wronged because you didn't get what you wanted out of their lives. It wasn't your life. However they may have gone was a contract in life, and not all of us want to suffer for 99 years. Okay? Not all of us. And to say that the life experience is not filled with suffering and pain is delusional. And I don't know what kind of drugs you're on, but you need to come down to the experience, love and lighters. You fucking lifetime fucking liars. I'm going to put that in a song. Somebody put that in a song. Love and lighters are lifetime liars. I'll put that in. I coined that. said by Phoenix. For reals. Love and lighters are lifetime liars, because that's not true. It's not always love and light. That's a perception you keep within yourself. And you can only hold that inside of yourself if you're sticking to yourself. Because when you go outside, hey, quit with the in and out. When you go outside, you're going to see that it is very dark and dingy, you know, but God's out there. And you just have to have that love and light attitude towards it. And, you know, leave people alone. That's all I can say is stand back. He's there working with them. They're not working with the devil. Well, Wolfman, I've been working with the Lucifer. I don't think so, but okay. You've been understanding, you've been studying, you've been meditating on his spirit and his picture. That's what I said too. I asked for this. I just don't want what I always... I was like, I want to know these people that sit there and work with the devil. Like, you don't even know what he looks like. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, oh, okay, I guess. They just sit there and meditate and do all this. Yeah, that's what they do. They're weirdos. Here's one for you. A real sexy one that you're going to be attracted to. Oh, you're making this really hard. It's like, I like you, but I don't like what you're doing. And that's it. God's like, you're going to love this guy. Fuck. Just another one. And another one. You're not a twin flame, though. So that's cool, because I have no connection to you in that sense, meaning I could walk away. Can you walk away? I'm good at that. Watch this. Laters, haters.